We start now with some World Cup news, and today's big match is the showdown between France and England. This is the first time the two teams have met at World Cup since 1982. Reigning champions France are hoping to become the first team since Brazil to win back-to-back championships, while England is hoping to break a 56-year dry spell. As excitement builds ahead of the match, we can cross now to France 24's Selena Sykes, who's standing by in Qatar. Hi, Selena. So we're just a few hours away from the big match. England's coach, Gareth Southgate, says his players have to bring the best versions of themselves to the pitch if they're to defeat defending champions France. Now, how confident are they that they can win?
I mean, there's so much anticipation ahead of this game on both sides. It's obviously a historic encounter with these two both great footballing nations meeting for the first time ever in competitive knockout football. It's really quite a remarkable thing for both sides, especially England. I think this is very much a 50-50 game, one that will go either way, and that one that will most certainly come down to the finest of details. Of course, as you said, France come into this as the reigning World Cup champions. They've been there before. That might give them a slight advantage, but we can't forget that England are big players on the international stage. They reached the semi-finals 4 years ago in Russia, and they were finalists last year in the Euros. And that this game this evening is the toughest test yet for both sides. So it'll be interesting to see what both teams will bring to the table. England have scored more goals than France. They have scored 12 goals so far in this competition, have conceded just the 2. Les Bleus have scored 9 goals and have conceded 4. For the English, they'll be thinking that they definitely have a stronger bench than the French. We saw Didier Deschamps bring on the so-called B team for their last group game, and well, they lost that 1-0 against Tunisia. Gareth Southgate has made slight changes throughout this competition and has really shown the strength of his bench, with the likes of Rashford and Foden coming on from the bench. The French perhaps also looking more vulnerable at the back than the English, having conceded double the amount of goals in Qatar that the Three Lions have. But of course, France have that all-big weapon that every team fears at this World Cup. Every team has feared and has failed so far to contain him. That, of course, is Kylian Mbappé. The PSG superstar is just so crucial to Les Bleus' success. He's scored 5 goals in Qatar so far. That makes him the tournament's top scorer, and he's got 2 assists. That will be one of the key battlegrounds in this game this evening. Kylian Mbappé against Kyle Walker, the Man City defender, who has met Mbappé before in Champions League football and has managed to contain him very well, considering at this World Cup he's had an average of 6 shots on goal. And well, when he faced Kyle Walker in the 3 encounters in the Champions League, it was just under 1 shot on goal over an average of 90 minutes. So the English will be hoping that Walker can reproduce a similar challenge against the PSG superstar tonight. Some other key battlegrounds gaining attention is Harry Kane and Olivier Giroud. Olivier Giroud, who played in the Premier League for such a long time and obviously has a good knowledge of many players in the English side. They are both on 52 international goals. Giroud, who obviously beat the French record at this World Cup, is now the all-time top scorer. Harry Kane is just 1 goal off beating Rooney's all-time goal-scoring record for the English, so he'll be hoping to vie for a goal here this evening. There'll be battles all over the pitch. In fact, there's so many ingredients, Catherine, in this match to make it an absolute thriller, a classic in this World Cup, though it could also be a cagey start with so much at stake. And, well, I think both sides will be hoping that it won't go to the dreaded penalty shootout, as we've seen so many times already in the knockouts at this World Cup in Qatar.
Oh, Selena, thanks so much for that update. Yeah, I guess we'll be sitting back here in the newsroom kind of crossing our fingers, deciding who we're going to root for in this match.